Ladies and gentlemen, you had her attention. All of it. And now she's cold. She's distant. And you're wondering what happened. What if I told you there's a way to flip the script and get her chasing you again without begging, overexting, or losing your mind? Music Jessica O here. Welcome to the channel. To truly break down today's topic, I'll give you exactly what makes a woman stop chasing you, and more importantly, how to trigger the switch that makes her crave your attention all over again. These are psychological power moves, backed by real-world behavior. If you've ever been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or friend-zoned, this video is for you. So, stay locked in. Point 1. Stop feeding her ego. Starve it. All right, let's deep dive into the number one reason why she stopped chasing you and why flipping the script actually starts with this very point. Here's the hard truth. Women chase uncertainty. Think about it. When you first started talking, things felt exciting, unpredictable, fresh, right? You weren't always available, your replies weren't instantaneous, and you didn't shower her with constant validation. This uncertainty was exactly why she couldn't stop thinking about you. But now, well, you've settled in. You text back immediately, like every photo, watch every story. Basically, you become a guaranteed source of ego boost for her. In her eyes, you're like a predictable TV series. She's already binged. She already knows exactly what's coming next, and so she's bored. Let me break down exactly how you can starve her ego. First thing to do is to master the art of timing. Stop rushing. When your phone buzzes, resist that urge to respond right away. Waiting a little bit isn't rude, it's strategic. Delay your responses strategically. 20 minutes, an hour, sometimes longer. I mean, she needs to wonder why you've seen her message, or if you're just choosing not to reply yet. Let her imagination run wild about what you could possibly be doing. Step number 2, limit your reactions. You're scrolling Instagram. She posts something new. Instinctively, you double tap it instantly, right? You want to stop that. Be unpredictable. Skip a few posts entirely. Don't react to every story she posts. Occasionally engage and then pull away. She'll quickly notice your inconsistency and wonder why she no longer commands such attention from you. Step 3, cut the excessive compliments. Men who compliment constantly become background noise. Save your praise for moments that genuinely impress you. When you compliment sparingly, your words become powerful and meaningful. Now she's craving your approval instead of expecting it. Ask yourself honestly, would you chase a TV show that spoiled every episode ahead of time, like you knew what was going to happen before it happened? Of course not, and I didn't think so. Now, when you starve her ego, you force her into an emotional corner. Either chase your approval or accept your absence. Trust me, she'll chase. Remember, you're not being cruel. You're reclaiming your power. The less predictable you become, the more fascinated she'll be with you. Point 2, redirect your energy publicly. Women are attracted to men with options and ambition. I'll be brutally honest for a second. When she sees you sitting at home waiting for her text, scrolling endlessly on your phone, and making her the center of everything around you, you're not only losing attraction, you're actually also losing respect as a man. The powerful secret no one tells you is she needs to see you thriving without her. Believe you me, this doesn't mean being petty or deliberately spiteful. It means genuinely shifting your focus to your personal growth and allowing her a clear view of it. So, how exactly can you do that? Couple of steps. First, get visibly busy, right? And I talk about this a lot. Take up new hobbies, hit the gym, join local events. I mean, anything that demonstrates that you have a vibrant life beyond your intentions. With her, right? When you're constantly seen involved in meaningful activity, she gets curious. She starts wondering, who's he with? What's he doing now? Am I missing out on something? Her imagination will start to spiral, and that's exactly what you want. Second thing, you want to showcase your wins in a very subtle way. If you ask me, social media is your ally here. But there's an art to doing it right. Don't brag openly. Instead, you want to share stuff casually. For example, post a story at the gym with a motivational caption, or a picture of you at a social event surrounded by friends having a great time. When she sees you progressing, especially if she hasn't heard from you in a while, her anxiety about losing your attention grows. And this is, of course, if she really likes you. Subtlety makes her question everything. Has he forgotten about me? Is he happier without me? Who's giving him this new energy, right? These are all questions she'll be asking herself. And thirdly, maintain some kind of mysterious edge when it comes to you. Now, you don't owe anyone detailed explanations about your day-to-day. Be intriguing. She shouldn't know exactly what you're up to all the time. Let her see the highlights and make sure you're leaving gaps. Okay? The more gaps you leave, the more effort she'll invest to fill them in herself. Key takeaway here is when you genuinely invest in yourself, you're signaling high value. When you publicly showcase your evolution, you remind her exactly what she risks losing if she doesn't get with you. And of course, trust me, once all this happens, she won't risk losing you for long. Have you ever noticed someone chase harder when you tried prioritizing yourself? Well, if you have, share that experience below because I'd love to hear it, and I read all your comments. Let's jump to the next major point. Trigger her competitive nature. Women are naturally competitive, especially when it comes to men. Now, before you think it's about playing manipulative games or stirring unnecessary drama, let me stop you right there, okay? This isn't about creating chaos. Instead, I want you to subtly show her that you're not just wanted by her, you're actually desired by other people too. Psychology behind this strategy is simple. When a woman senses that other women may be interested in you, even casually, she instinctively will place more value on you. It's basic psychology. We naturally crave what others desire. Here's how you can actually trigger her competitive instincts without crossing boundaries with her. Right? To do this safely, couple of steps. Expand your social circle visibly, right? If you've been keeping a low profile, it's time to be more social again. Engage with women casually, friends, colleagues, acquaintances, right? Be friendly, be confident, relaxed. Post occasional stories or pictures with female friends in casual, fun settings. Trust me, she'll notice. Women have an almost superhuman ability to detect changes in a man's social interactions. Even if she isn't actively reaching out, believe this, she's watching your social media. Every interaction you have with another woman will get noted down. Second step, leverage harmless but noticeable interactions. So this doesn't mean openly flirting or being disrespectful. It simply means not hiding your interactions. For example, a casual comment exchange under another woman's post, right? You guys going back and forth, getting tagged in a group photo at social events, friendly banter that naturally happens publicly, like, I want you to think Instagram comments or a quick story reply. These subtle signals quietly communicate one critical message. You have options, you have value. Step 3, create a bit of intrigue whilst you're at it. So, it's really important, don't overshare details. If she asks about your recent social activities, keep your answers intriguing but vague. Yeah, just something like, yeah, just hang out with me friends. You'll like them. Or, it was a chill night. It was nice to see some new faces. She'll immediately wonder, who are these friends? Were women there? Why are you being vague? The uncertainty will ignite her competitive curiosity. When a woman senses you're admired and desired by other women, even in a subtle way, her interest will spike dramatically. I tell you, competition sparks attraction, making her instinctively chase you. Again, moving on to my next major point, use silence as power. Now, I'm talking about the strategic use of silence. Now, the truth is your silence is not weakness. It's strength in disguise. When a woman pulls away, a man's immediate instinct is usually to close the gap, right? You know exactly what I mean. Texting more, calling repeatedly, demanding explanations. But let's be brutally honest for a second. This desperate response only deepens her sense of control. She sees clearly that your emotional state depends entirely on the attention she gives you. But what if instead you flip the script by leveraging silence strategically? Now, this is how you can do it. First, you have to master the art of strategic pullback. The moment she starts acting cold at distance, do not chase. Don't beg for answers. None of that. Instead, step back entirely. Go quiet. If she texts, hey, after a couple of days of silence, wait a bit before responding. She sends ambiguous messages designed to get your reaction like, I guess you're busy now. Don't take the bait and respond immediately. Give her silence that's calm, composed, and unapologetic. This works because it immediately breaks her expectation that you'll come running. Now, she's forced into unfamiliar territory, and that's uncertainty. Second thing you can do about this is to embrace emotional independence. Now, your silence sends a powerful message. It says, I respect myself enough not to chase you. My happiness isn't dependent on your approval. I'm okay with whatever outcome comes next. Now, this sense of emotional strength is incredibly attractive. It suggests abundance, power, inner confidence. Women subconsciously or consciously crave men who display emotional independence. Your silence will communicate clearly that you're a man with self-respect and not someone who can be emotionally manipulated or toyed with. Get it? Third thing you can do under this same pointer. When you respond, do it from a place of power, okay? Now, silence doesn't mean you never reply. It actually just means that when you do respond, it has to be thoughtful and composed and not emotionally reactive. If she tries to get your attention with passive-aggressive messages like, "Oh, you've changed," or "Are you ignoring me?" keep your response simple, calm, and brief. You can say something like, "Hey, I've just been busy, hope you're good," or "Everything's fine, just had other things going on." Brief replies tell her clearly that you're unaffected by her drama. She no longer controls your emotional state. Have you ever heard a lion announce its next move? Exactly. Silence speaks louder than words. Your silence isn't passive. It's an active demonstration of your value and your self-respect. It forces her to reevaluate the balance of power, and suddenly chasing you becomes appealing again. And finally, point number 5, rebuild your frame and guard it ruthlessly. Let me explain what your frame is. Okay, it's essentially your mental and emotional foundation. It's the way you see yourself, your value, and your role in your relationships. When your frame is weak, your woman will sense this instantly. She'll start testing you, pushing boundaries, and slowly gaining control over you. If you lose your frame, you lose her respect. Remember that. And when respect fades, attraction, of course, will not be far behind. So, how do you rebuild your frame and guard it fiercely to make sure that she sees you as a confident, irresistible man again? Here's exactly how. A couple of steps for you. Reset boundaries clearly and confidently. Now, I cannot overemphasize the importance of boundaries. Many men become pushovers by allowing small, disrespectful behaviors to slide. Late responses, broken plans, unnecessary drama. From now on, calmly but firmly call it out. If she cancels last minute without a good reason, respond clearly. "Hey, no worries, but my time matters. Next time, please. Let's stick to the plan." If she tries drama or tests your patience, stay calm but confident and say something like, "Hey, I don't do drama. Let's talk when you're feeling better." She needs to feel that your boundaries are not flexible. Once she senses that you mean what you say, guess what? She'll respect your strength and reliability, and that will reignite attraction. Number 2, set your own pace. Never let her dictate the pace of your relationship, especially after she pulls away. Many guys will panic and think moving faster or fixing things will help when in fact it would only make things worse. Instead, this is what you want to do. Slow things down intentionally. You decide when you reply how much time you spend together and how involved you get. If she tries rushing the process, slow her down. Say something. "Hey, let's just relax and enjoy the ride. No need to rush anything, right?" This calm control conveys that you're confident, stable, and desirable.